Oh, dear loves, did I realize something crazy with Eden yesterday? Okay, it's something so cliche, so cliche. So I just did a whole video in French, but I really wanted to share a video in English. I don't know, for some reason I want to touch my hair. I am guilty. I'm guilty of I'm guilty of a thought that I was judging so much in other people, and I have the same thoughts. It's like I have to get over that fact already somehow. But so I realized that I am afraid to get my heart broken. It's such a vulnerable thing to admit, but I'm afraid of getting my heart broken. I'm in a lovely, committed relationship for already nearly a year and a half, and I feel there's a restriction in my heart opening up completely. Okay, it's nice to admit it. But wow, it's so frustrating. And it just comes up basically in the way that if we have any kind of tension or fight, my body takes on so much pressure and so much stress because I fear that he will leave me. I fear that he will break my heart. And it's like I'm preparing myself for the moment when he's gonna break my heart. And it's horrible. And it's really amazing how life is done because basically life just brings you what you need to learn, right? So life brought me this because on the other side, Eden has. Sorry, babe, I hope it's okay that I'm sharing, but I think it's really interesting stuff. But Eden on the other side has a bit of a pleaser syndrome. And actually, here I find it's not really pleaser. It's like he wants to prove me wrong or right. He wants to prove himself. Like he has an automatic response of wanting to prove. Like if I'm saying, oh, I feel unsafe, I feel unloved, I feel like you're gonna break up with me, he wants to prove to me like, no, you should be safe. I do love you. La 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 la. And then it comes out for the wrong reason. Basically, it's not there out of love anymore. It's there to just kind of prove. And because it's there to prove and not out of love, then it triggers my wound of, no, but so he doesn't love me anymore and he's gonna break up. And we just kind of like push onto each other with our wounds. And wow, this is so alive in me because it's so full of like embarrassment because like I was really judging people like who are scared of doing stuff because they're scared of getting their heart broken, and to know that I have the exact same fear and that I just didn't allow it to come out before. So at least the good thing is now I allowed myself to realize, okay, I am afraid of getting my heart broken. I am in a loving relationship. I am conscious of the fact that it can end any day. Like even if there's a lot of love, you don't know what life is made out of. But I think it's like I have a feeling that it will snap, like it will suddenly cut. He will suddenly leave, or he will suddenly not love me anymore. Which I guess is also possible. But it's like this fear makes my whole body contract and not open up to love fully. So it's like I'm always waiting for my story to be confirmed. I'm waiting for my story to be. I'm trying to provoke it in a way when I have this fear coming up. So it's super alive. Oh no, the fear right now is not super alive because we had a really nice talk, but it's super alive in me that I this is new. Like wow, I really realized this. And so the strategy that I decided to take on is basically a bit of self-work. Wow, what? Self-work? Yeah, self-work. So self-work by going inside of myself and basically finding a way of connecting with love with that thought. Like seeing how it has been protecting me of something and how it's there for a loving reason. Even the worst thoughts we have are there for a loving reason. Even a thought saying I am ugly is there for a loving reason, because it's maybe protecting me from men looking at me and then wanting to sexualize me and then treating me in a certain way. Whatever the thought is, I don't know where this fear of heartbreak came from. I'm guessing movies. Seriously, I'm guessing movies. Because I don't think it's my parents who put it upon me. I don't know. Who knows where it came from. But yeah, I kind of want to create a relationship with this thought and thank it for the work it's done and release it. Pass on, keep going, and put in itself in its space in its stead, put another thought that I actually agree with today, especially one that's just going with my relationship with this beautiful, beautiful man. I listened to a video this morning where they basically said that there's a lot of security that comes up from the fact of being committed to connection. So when you have a commitment to connection, you know that when you're working on triggers, when you're working on conflicts, there's a commitment on both sides for the connection to make it work. And I'm guessing I want to take something of that into my new thought pattern. Like just, it's like when I have a conflict with Eden and that this fear comes up, I feel very alone. I feel like it's me against the problem and against Eden, kind of. Like suddenly we're not together again. And I suddenly lose faith that he wants to make it work. Like I feel like I'm imprisoning him in this relationship, that it's my fault that he's here somehow. And yeah, and I lose trust that no, I mean, I can force some people, but I cannot force this man to be in a relationship with me. And so if he is, then he's committed to something, and he's enjoying. Maybe that's the thing, is that I feel like in a relationship you should be enjoying everything. Maybe it's not about enjoyment. Maybe it's about commitment. Commitment to something. Commitment to the connection. Commitment to growth. Commitment to love. Anyway, so my little thought about love for the day.